lot of people were worried that home prices were going to crash in 2023. Some people were hopeful that prices would come down and that interest rates would come down. And the forecasters were saying that prices were probably going to remain flat or maybe come down a little bit. Well, the numbers are finally in for 2023. Experts across the board show that home prices rose. They didn't fall last year. Are you wondering what this year holds? We all kind of are. Nobody's got a crystal ball, but we do have experts that forecast what's going to happen in the market. And for this year, experts are so confident that prices are going to keep climbing that they're revising their forecasts up. But there's still 1 in 5 people that believe that prices are going to come down. If you are one of those people, I'm here to tell you they are not coming down anytime soon. And if you're not one of those people and you know they're not going to come down, this message today is just going to show exactly what might happen in 2024. I have data that shows consistently increasing property values through 2028. Let's look at last year first. Nationally, home prices were up on average 6%. Those of you who are currently working with the Blanchard team know that prices in our market are up way more than 6%. But let's take a look at the breakdown across the country. In the Mid-Atlantic region, prices were up 9%. That's where we are. Let's look at a couple of numbers from the local areas that we serve. In Basking Ridge, prices were up 13%. In Bridgewater, prices were up almost 15%, a little higher on condos coming in at 17%. In Bedminster, we saw 14% appreciation. On townhouses and condos, it was about 11%. Chatham Township, 14%. Livingston, 14%. If you're working with us and you're shopping in those areas, you are absolutely having conversations with us about what we can do to make your offer compelling. Now, here's a fun fact. Only 1 state in the nation experienced a drop in home values. Can you guess which one? You're gonna have to watch to the end of the video to find out, because I'm not gonna tell you just yet. Here's another interesting fact, and I love this one because it speaks directly to something that Carl Blanchard loves to tell everybody when they ask, how's the market? Here's the thing, it's a great time to own real estate. Look at this chart. Between 1980 and 2023, there were only a handful of years during which annual appreciation fell. That was the Great Recession between 2008 and 2011. Except for those 4 years though, annual home price appreciation in the United States rose on average 4.86% for 43 years in a row. I'm telling you, there really has never been a solid 10-year period where real estate values fell. So what are the experts forecasting for 2024? With interest rates still in the 7s and current homeowners still rate locked by their low interest rates, there's going to continue to be a lack of inventory. Couple that with pent-up demand and we're going to continue to see upward pressure on prices. The average forecast from 7 outlets is 3.2% appreciation in 2024. Remember, that's national. In any of our Mid-Atlantic markets, we're certainly going to see a steeper rise in prices. I don't think we're going to see the double digits that we've seen in recent years, but prices are not cooling off. At this point, you might be thinking, if you're a potential buyer, you might be wondering if you should still sit this one out and just continue to rent. Dollar for dollar, that might seem to make sense right now, but here's what you'll miss out on: the opportunity to build equity. Take a look at this graph. A nationwide panel of over 100 economists, real estate experts, and investment and market strategists estimate no less than 3.36% home price appreciation in each of the next 5 years, going up over 4% in 27 and 28. Here's a number for you to think about: $83,385. That's the equity that would be earned by 2028 if you purchased a home for $400,000 in January of 2024. The potential growth in household wealth over the next 5 years based solely on equity would yield you over $83,000 profit in equity on that $400,000 purchase that you made. Listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't rent. What I'm saying is you should work on your financial profile so that you can purchase soon enough. Because remember, there's never been a 10-year period in history where real estate prices have not increased. Okay, I promised if you waited to the end, I would let you know which state was the only state in the nation that experienced a decrease in pricing. It's a little sad. So it's Hawaii. Unfortunately, in 2023, Hawaii experienced a notable decline in home values due to devastating wildfires. It's a sobering reminder of the impact that natural disasters can have on communities, both emotionally and economically. So let's keep those affected in our thoughts as they navigate through these challenging times. And let's also remember, I'm just a real estate agent. I'm pretty good at analyzing numbers and looking at data, but I really don't have a crystal ball. And neither do the economists and the strategists that I'm referring to. But it's the best thing we've got in order to have information that we can use to plan. Thanks for listening.